Hey guys, it's Amber with Solutions for Simplicity, and today I want to talk to you about how to get things done when you don't want to do them. How do you just force yourself to do what you know you need to do? I promise this is a really unconventional method and you're going to love it. You're going to find that it works. So if you are excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Let's go. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Amber with Solutions for Simplicity. I am a busy, hardworking mom of 3 kids, 6 and under, really demanding career, so many goals and ambitions, and I want to share what I have learned both through my personal experience and through these years of academic research to help you be more effective with your time, more productive, more focused, and really go after the things that are important to you so you have more time and energy for who and what you love. If you are new, definitely subscribe down below. If you are not new, welcome back. Let's jump in. Okay, so the very first thing that we have to do when it comes to doing something we don't want to do is name the problem. Why don't we want to do this? Get that out in the open. Take out some paper, write down your thoughts, call up a friend, just complain about it for a little bit. Whatever it is, verbalize or express in some capacity why you don't want to do this. Maybe it's just that there's something else you want to do. Maybe it's that you're worried you won't be good at it. Maybe it's just something really mundane or really difficult, or it just whatever it is, get those thoughts out and get the emotion out along with it so that you can later come back and focus and push past that resistance. Now again, the point is that we've got to do this brain dump. We need to get it out in the open. We can't suppress that resistance. It's really important for us to be able to focus, and we can't focus if we've got all these jumbled, crazy, difficult thoughts going on in our head. So really try and get to the heart of why you don't want to do it. Be honest with yourself. There's no judgment, right? This is just between you and the thing that you don't want to do. Number 2 is to analyze the various steps that will be needed to complete this task. Here, the point is to just be objective, detached, as rational as possible about what it's really going to take to get this thing you don't want to do done. If you lay all the steps out in a sort of formula or a path, a process, right? I've got to do this and then this and then this until it's done. We break that big scary thing up into smaller pieces and it doesn't perhaps seem so bad after that. From there, number 3 is to block out an hour, your next available hour, to start making a dent in this task. Now you can fully expect that you're probably not going to get it done. Maybe it's something that is possible to do in a relatively short amount of time. But the point for now is to just schedule a time into your upcoming calendar, right? Or your, day sometime soon where you are going to try and tackle at least a part of this thing you don't want to do. Okay, the next several steps are gonna seem perhaps a little unconventional, but I promise you they work and they're really important, and I'll walk through why along the way. So the 4th thing you need to do is that when that hour you've set aside to start tackling the task comes, I want you to start out with 15 minutes of movement. Ideally, get outside for a walk. If that's not possible for weather or other reasons, then go up a flight of stairs, just, do some jumping jacks in the living room. Whatever it is, move your body. Get your brain juices pumping by having the blood flowing throughout the rest of your body, because it really does release all of those feel-good chemicals in your body and your brain that will help give you motivation to do the thing you don't want to do. From there, step number 5 is to take the next 15 minutes of that hour to do something that you want to do. Something that maybe you've wanted to do for a while, but you haven't because you feel like it's a guilty pleasure, or it's something that, you just shouldn't be doing because you have this other thing that really should take precedence. I want you to do that thing. Take the next 15 minutes and do whatever it is that is gonna bring you joy. Don't think about the big, ugly, horrific thing that's bothering you and weighing you down. just give yourself 15 minutes of a break. Maybe it's something like painting your nails or scrolling social media or just, reading your favorite book, something that is just gonna let you just lose yourself, lose your mind in that good, positive thing that you enjoy. The reason this is so helpful and important is because then you can't use that as an excuse anymore. You can't say, I never have time for what I want to do, what's important to me, right? You have gotten a little bit of time to do that thing, hopefully to complete whatever it is that is so special and allows you to release your frustrations in some way. And then again, you can put it aside, you can move past it, and you will really be able to focus. Okay, we're getting there. I promise each of these steps is so important. The sixth thing to do is to grab your favorite cup of coffee or tea or drink of choice, appropriate of course, sit down with a piece of paper or your journal, and I want you to spend the next 15 minutes of that hour writing out why you need to do this thing that you don't want to do. Why did you take it on in the first place? Or why was it handed to you? Who is expecting you to do it? Why is it so important that you get it done? Again, try and be as rational and emotionally detached as possible as you think this through. Or conversely, maybe there's a real important emotional reason why you should do this. Maybe there's some bigger goal, some value, something that is really positive waiting for you at the end, and you just need to acknowledge that. You need to remind yourself that, oh yes, I might have to do this thing I don't want to do, but it's gonna lead me to where I really want to be. From there, I want you to include in this 15-minute increment, writing down some affirmations to yourself about your capability to do hard things and the fact that you have done hard things before. I also want you to think about how you're gonna feel when you are done, when you can just finally get this thing over with and not have to have it weighing over you anymore. How great is that going to be? Okay, here's the moment I know you've been waiting for. Step number 7 is to spend the last 15 minutes of that hour you had set aside finally doing a little bit of the thing you didn't want to do. Whatever you can chip away at in these last 15 minutes, do that. Work hard for that short amount of time. And then when the timer goes off, when those 15 minutes are over, I want you to step away. Get up, leave that task behind, get up from your desk or wherever you were working, whatever you were doing, and give yourself a pat on the back. You did it. You did something. That's what really matters. And I want you to revel in those feel-good emotions for knowing that you at least did something that you didn't want to do. Step number 8 is then really important. I want you to reinforce for your brain that doing this hard thing was good and rewarding by taking as much time as you now can to do something that you enjoy. Again, reward yourself for a job well done. Sure, somebody else might think it's really small, really pitiful, maybe not enough, but you know that you tried. You know that you did something, and all of this is leading up towards building more and more momentum to come back and do more of that hard thing again in the future. Step number 9 is what I call rinse and repeat. Do this process as long as it takes to get that really big, hard thing you don't want to do done. But here's the kicker. You need to be increasing the amount of time that you're spending on that hard thing within that hour window. So the first time, it's only 15 minutes. The second time, maybe it's 20 minutes. The next time, 30 minutes, right? And so you're gradually, day after day or hour after hour, whenever you can squeeze these hours in, you are building up to using that full hour productively, effectively on the thing you didn't want to do. And every time you do this, you are making more and more and more of a dent. You are making it happen, right? And you will feel so good. You will literally be giving your brain more power because it's releasing all of these important chemicals for having done a good job, having done what you needed to do, having crossed the little finish line you set for each day, and that's gonna keep you going further until the whole thing is done. All right, the final step, and this is essentially a bonus, but it's really helpful, especially if you are the kind of person that doesn't always do things they know they should be doing without accountability. I really encourage you to stay focused by having somebody that is holding you accountable, some sort of buddy, right? And even in the midst of everything going on, we can still have a virtual buddy system of sorts. So if you want more information and tips on how to do this, check out this other video that I made on that. I can't wait to see you again. I make new videos every week all about prioritization, productivity, time management, and that elusive thing we call work-life balance. So if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for joining me on the journey.